Lizzie Velma, aka Valeria, is not dead. Yesterday, we reported the news of the death of the new masquerade actress Lizzie Velma, aka Valeria. There is a different twist to that story, as our on-screen husband Chika Okpala, aka Chief Zebrudaya, has come out to state that she is not dead, but instead the actress is currently suffering from arthritis as well as eyesight problem. Also debunking the rumor that was put out by Churchill Egbodage, another actor in the new masquerade sitcom, Tony Akposheri, who played the role of Zacchaeus, also confirms that she's not dead, as he just had a phone call conversation with the actress. All efforts to get in touch with Lizzie Velma's family and Chief Zebrudaya for further confirmation on this story have been proven abortive.
However, so just before we came on the show, we finally got through to someone from her camp, and they said that truly she is fine, and like as in she's alive, and she's supposed to make an appearance at the Afrif happening this weekend. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
We will keep our fingers crossed.
We're happy that she's not, and while she's alive, we should just show her all the love that she needs at this point.
Yeah, it's so, but I mean, we can't move on without talking about the fact that it just sucks that, because this happened the other day with, I think it was Sky B.
Yes.
And news of his
artist.
passing came out, and then next thing.
But you should be sure that this is not a stunt. Somebody just cooked this up. I mean, this old woman, what does she...
And that should be, right, but that's the problem. Like, before you come out to... Because, I mean, the person who reported it, like, came out with so much authority, and everybody picked it up because, you know... well, she's alive, Shan. We're just happy about that.
That person wanted to trend. It's
How
possible.
will you trend with something like that?
No, because see, in this world, people use anything for clout. Look at Davido. You just heard that, oh, yeah, just the wife had been delivered of a baby.
Whiskey to clout, not...
No, the person too might be old school and be thinking, this thing that we're really, let's go and look for. We talked about it earlier today, when we said that sometimes, see, when people say, there is no smoke without fire or something, it's a lie. Sometimes some people just see you and they just cook a story up about you. Crazy. It's not as if you have been into something or you have done something. Some people, that is their job.
However, I think it's also possible, because with the Sky B thing, what had happened as well was that they saw him on set dying, and thought that was him dying in real life. So perhaps maybe this person heard something and then thought
the sickness that she's
So it's about clout. So that person wants to be the first person to put it out, so that they'll say that, and then they'll be referring to you, and then you will trend. Yes. You'll have more followers and all that. People should stop that. It is just
because we can't report it without attributing the story to your name.
All right, moving on to some more exciting stories. Shatta Wale is apparently worth over $10 million. Yes, Ghanaian dancehall artist Shatta Wale has claimed that he's worth over $10 million. That is about 3.6 billion naira. He made this known in a recent interview with a Ghanaian-based radio station. He said it's not bragging, even though he's the richest musician in Ghana, but he talks about his wealth to motivate the youth to work hard like he did. He said, and I quote, "For now, I can say that I'm worth over $10 million. It is business, so if they will understand it like that, any other artist can speak the way I speak. But sometimes you ask Ghanaian artists whether they are rich, all they say is, me, I don't disclose my worth, because that is not a lie. Because that is a lie. Because when you watch the likes of Jay-Z, Kanye West, and other big artists, when they buy a new house, they post it on the internet, so it is normal. It is not like I'm bragging to anybody, but it's also a motivation to the youth to believe in their dreams and work hard towards it." So Shatta Wale, my guy from Ghana, is... I know many artists tend to always shy off from putting out their worth outside, but Shatta Wale is that guy that doesn't even send anybody. People do it outside the country. People do it outside the country.
Fam, to say you're worth something, it's not that you can afford to buy something that is, as in to say that you are worth, like when they put out net worth online and you see that, like this, to make such a bold claim.
He has houses, he has cars, he has...
Okay, no problem.
And he featured recently on Beyonce's project, so that's more money coming in. So
$10 million. Okay, cool. Well, my only question is, I would like to ask you guys, where do you draw the line between putting out your stuff, being boastful, and putting out your stuff to motivate younger people? So how would you know if you perceive that? So perhaps you're on someone's page, maybe Jay-Z or Floyd Mayweather.
Like Jay-Z oppressed us yesterday.
Yes.
Jay-Z. No, it's even planning a show. The invite for that particular event was Rolex wristwatches. That was the invite.
Yeah.
So who did that a while ago? It was somebody, was it Tyler Perry inviting people the other day that 50 Cent was invited and it was like, this person is, you know, this person.
My question, Sha, is how do you, so perhaps you're on maybe Tyler Perry's page or someone, and you know he put out that he was chilling in his house that he finally built for himself. So how do you decide or decipher when that is bragging or boasting?
So people have always asked this question, especially when people do help others too, and they put it out. Williams Uchemba helping people
Coco
and
Foundation.
recording it, Coco Foundation and recording it. People always say that when you do good, just do that good and be quiet about it. But they say that they do it so that people can know what's going on and, you know, they can help people and see how. So it depends on you really, whatever rocks your boat, because we have been back and forth on this. And it's not as if you are running for a position and they're saying declare your worth. But then it can be very, very boastful. And we know that it is one of the reasons we are where we are, talking about social media pressure and all of this. So people see all of these things and some of them can't take it well. It's not as if they are bad people. It's not as if they are jealous, because we know that jealousy is the root of all hatred.
I knew that last you still be deep.
Well, what I'm saying here is, the other day David B was here, and I touched on when he said he was depressed, and he said yes, he went back to London and saw how his friends had made it, and he just felt sad. Not that you're not wishing them well, not that you don't want to, but you're looking at your own life and thinking, where am I now, and all of this. But in all, it is life. It is bound to happen. Do you get it? It is now for you to control how you control your own self, how you take things in. Maybe you're going to be receiving the way you, because there is no how you open the internet and you not see all of these things. You just die.
But like you said, I mean, it's down to the person consuming the content, because intention is something that we can never prove until we open people's hearts up. So you can't prove really if it's bragging or, you know, just motivation.
Shatta!
But you know that Shatta loves to brag.
He does, but it's okay. It's motivating.
It's motivating, yeah.
All right, moving swiftly along to our final story. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West reach compromise over Kanye's religious beliefs. TV reality star rather, Kim Kardashian, has given an insight into the changes that have occurred in her home since her husband, Kanye West, became born again. She made this known when she appeared on a recent episode of The Real. When she was asked if she supports her husband's new spiritual life journey, she had this to say. Check it out.
I do think that, you know, he is my husband. So I obviously want to honor him and what he's feeling, and he's been going through this life change, and it's mostly about the kids. You know, the kids are getting older. He's very cautious about what we have in the house, and we got rid of, you know, TVs in the kids' rooms and removed makeup from North's room, and he's been had this, you know, epiphany of being this, not that he wasn't an amazing dad, but being a little bit more strict as a dad and being very forceful on the imagery that's in our household and what they see. And I actually agree with it, but I'm always going to be me. And so we had that discussion and that fight.
This is coming, of course, after Kanye West declared his born-again status and released a gospel album titled Jesus is King, which has gotten many talking on and offline. All right, so let's dig in, because I'm so excited about this one.
I'm too excited about it.
Kardashian is still looking hot,
Yes, and she's 40 next year, I believe. Yes,
my God.
She's 40 next year. And bye, OJ. And one thing many people spoke about after watching this interview was the fact that Kim has really grown and come into her own. And it's fantastic to see, because, of course, OJ is always trying to tease her about how she got into the limelight. But I think it's also nice what she's been able to do with it, no matter what has happened. And I thought it was interesting. And I thought it was interesting to hear her say, I want to honor my husband. And I'm like, oh, that's not a word you hear often in Hollywood in that situation, in that context. And also, I think it's nice what's happening with Kanye. Some people are saying get back on your meds and all that. But why I like it, apart from the fact that he's going the spiritual way, is the fact that it seems to be affecting how he's, becoming a father, or how he is as a father. And so they're taking out makeup from their daughter's room. They're taking out TVs, and I just hope. Oh,
so I totally agree with you, and I am on the same page with you, Faladili, on this one. I'm super excited about this. I think that Kim and Kanye have grown. You know, I love that growth, especially when people in this climb think that they can copy American Americans, they just want to be Western in the way they think and all of this. I want to tell you that there are Americans who still have good head on their shoulder. No. You see them talk about family. You see them talk about, I mean, look at saying that she wants to honor. And when they said Kanye banned the child from wearing certain clothes that, you know, and they said, let children be children, for crying out loud. And it goes well with Kim. They're on the same page. You know, when a father and mother are actually taking decisions, because, you know, these days you find out that the mother is saying one thing and the father is saying another thing. And it used to happen in my friend's house. Yeah. You know, once their mother talks to them, they know that they can't go to their father because they're always on the same page. And I think it helps in, you know, nurturing, bringing up children. And then again, I watched another clip when Kim was talking about becoming, you know, working towards becoming a lawyer. They had so many questions for her. And one of the questions you ask every time, like going back to her past and talking about how she started this, she did the sex tape and all of this. But I tell you what, she has grown. And you know how you constantly fight, that thing about, she's a fine girl, she does not have anything in her head.
She has now.
And now she has. People grow.
The prison
Change is the only constant thing. I'm really just happy about the whole thing. I believe Kanye West. I'm a big fan. I believe that is truly a born again Christian. And all of this. I can go on and on. I stand.